What is up, guys? Media Master Menard here today, bringing you guys yet another video, and today we're gonna be talking about Horizon Zero Dawn. And I know I'm a little late to the party. I never got around to playing it when it first came out, but I recently received it as a gift and have gotten my hands on it and put quite a bit of time into the game. This game is a prime example of why PlayStation is currently winning this console generation. It's taking chances with new and unique IPs and making great new gaming experiences that can't be found on any other platform. Games like Horizon, like Persona 5, Nier Automata, God of War, Bloodborne, Detroit Become Human, Uncharted, and those are just to name a few, are all reasons to own a PS4 in this generation. But let's narrow our focus on Horizon Zero Dawn and what makes this game so great, and in my opinion that's the new world and lore that it manages to establish. They don't just come out and dump everything on you right away, they piece it together piece by piece slowly and you start to get a better picture. They do this throughout the gameplay and throughout the story, not just through cutscenes but also through the interactions you have with characters throughout the world. How the game plays itself shows you more about this world. Getting to see how the different tribes of humans react to each other and interact with each other is very interesting and intriguing, and looking at the Nora tribe and how it is an extremely strict religious matriarchy is just a cool and unique world. I mean, what other games do you see this in? And learning more about the machines and their seeming sentience, as well as going through the underground bunkers of the ancient civilizations or the old people, all come together to make a unique experience. And the game really uses the main character Aloy's journey from outcast to somewhat of a legend as a vehicle for this exploration of the world. We get to learn more about the world in the same manner that she does, so we get to feel the same way that she does at the same time, and that's a very powerful storytelling device. Gameplay wise, I think this game is somewhat of a mixture between Assassin's Creed and more specifically Assassin's Creed Origins and The Witcher 3. The game has some light parkour elements that you might see in Assassin's Creed sprinkled in here or there, and there's definitely some stealth and sneaking around components to this game that are very major. They aren't too unique to this game and don't revolutionize stealth in modern gaming, but they serve their purpose well. You can take over enemies from stealth and mount them, or you can have them fight by your side if a fight happens to break out. Stealth is often used to actually avoid fights altogether, and stealth is a very major component when setting up and preparing for a battle, but we will get to that later. When combat opens up, I think that's where this game struggles a little more. It feels a little clunky and not responsive enough for my taste. I think they fix it later on in the game as you get more and more skills, as you have a bigger arsenal and your character gets some movement buffs, which really helps out the combat. What makes this game really fun combat wise, however, is the large arsenal at Aloy's disposal. You get a bow and arrow, you get trip casters, you get elemental bombs, you get slings that can sling bombs, and you get many more stuff that you can use to take down enemies. This is what I mentioned earlier about the preparations for battle. This is the most fun thing in my opinion about this game. You get to think through what you think is the most efficient way to take down a group of enemies or a really powerful enemy, and you can sneak around and set up the battlefield beforehand and litter it with elemental bombs as sort of mine traps, or you can set up tripwires that will shock the enemy. And doing stuff like this really respects our intelligence as gamers, and is very fun to implement and take down a boss that looks like it might be too strong at first, but you're able to take it down with your intelligence. It makes you really feel like you're a hunter and you're hunting something and using the human in mind to outsmart a physically superior machine. The game has quite a few tracking missions that are similar to The Witcher, where you look at footprints and you follow the footprints with your special sixth sense, let's call it. And there's many dialogue wheel options similar to The Witcher, where sometimes it will tell you your reply is going to be aggressive, peaceful, or witty. And I do think the dialogue in this game is overall very, very strong and very well voice acted. There is a couple times where I think they ramble on for a little longer than they need to, but all of it is very interesting information that you want to know about this world. There's plenty of stuff in this game to get you sidetracked. There's side missions, there's random stuff that you can find on the map and just go to and explore and find out what it is. And it's really cool because it feels like it's organic discovery, and that's the best way to kind of describe this game. Everything you do feels organic and it doesn't feel forced, and it feels like you're really exploring the world at your own pace. If you're starting to get bored, you can go to the hunting grounds, and there's multiple different hunting grounds in this game where you can do challenges that usually have very stringent and strict parameters, so you have to use special weapons or get something done in a certain amount of time that can really be fun and teach you how to use your arsenal to the best of its ability. And there's also these corrupted machine camps that function similar to bandit camps in Ubisoft games, and it's very, very fun to do these. These enemies are hard if you are not at the right level. As far as the looting and crafting system goes, it ensures that every item in the game is important, which is something that I love. I hate games that have a billion different crafting components and you get bogged down in your inventory and don't really know what each component is used for, but in this game it's very clear what each component is used for and what its value is, if you should just sell it right away, and I really appreciate that. Well, that about wraps it up for why I think this game is amazing and why it's just one of the few examples of how PlayStation can do no wrong at the moment. But complacency can hit anybody, and due diligence must be done to ensure games of this high standard keep coming out on Sony's platforms. What do you guys think about Horizon Zero Dawn? What other PlayStation exclusive games do you like? Is PlayStation winning this console war currently in your mind? Let me know the answer to all those questions down in the comments below. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be bringing you guys more movies, TV, video game, and anime content. I'm going to leave a link to my Twitter down in the description below. And until then, this is Master Menard signing off.